Well, welcome back, writers. It's me, Mrs. Schoonerman here, and we're going to do some more writing today. We are going to continue writing personal narratives, or another way to say personal narrative is just a story. We're writing a story about something real that has happened to us in our lives. Yesterday, we wrote a real story, a personal narrative about a time when we were sick. It's not fun being sick, but it was fun getting to read all of those writing pieces that you sent in. We love seeing that. However, today we are off to a brand new topic. And today's special topic is I am so excited. I want you to write about what was the best day that you have had in school. This year was a big year. It was your first year in real school, in kindergarten. You guys all are in kindergarten this year. That's awesome. Well, what I am curious about today, I want you to write a story about your most favorite day in school. Maybe you're going to write about a day when we were in the building, when we got to go into the school, when we saw all of our friends there. And maybe you want to think about just a day that was really special to you, that was your absolute favorite day. What happened that day? What made it so fun? Maybe one of your best days of school has been during online learning, and you've had a really good day at online learning, and you're going to write a personal narrative about that. Whatever you choose, it's your choice. It's your story. So it's up to you what you want to write about today. So what I'll do is I'll start first. I'm going to tell you a story about my favorite day, my best day that I had in school. And then I'll model it on my board, and then you'll have a chance at the end to go ahead and make your own writing piece. Let's read today's learning target together. I can draw and write about my best day I've had in school. It can be any day you want. Remember, when we are writing personal narratives, and when I'm telling you my story about my narrative, it's going to have a beginning, there's an end, middle, and an ending. Narratives, remember, they're just stories. It's just a story of something that really has happened. So, what happened at the beginning of your best day at school? What happened in the middle of that day? What happened at the end? Maybe it wasn't a whole day, maybe it was just a part of a day. So, what was that part? What did that part look like? What happened at each of those different parts that made it the best day of school? I also want you to keep in mind this is a seed story. We're not going to add every single day of school was your favorite. We just want to pick one special day and one special time that was our favorite. A seed. Think of it as a seed, not the whole watermelon, not a slice, but a tiny seed when we write narratives. We also will put in some feeling words. How did you feel during your best day of school? And also, who was there? What was happening? Where were you? And when did it happen? Those are all things that we can add to our personal narrative writing pieces. Okay, so now it is time for me to tell you about my best day in school. All right, so one day we had Explore Lab. And during Explore Labs, we had dinosaurs that we had to free from ice. And so these were all ice blocks. And we had to test it out. We had to see, does cold water, warm water, or salt get the dinosaurs out the fastest? Trinity had one right here. She was like, wow, I got one out. Jason was very excited about what was going on. We just loved this day. But I really loved this day too. This was one of my favorite days of school this year. So this is what I wanted to write about today. Do you need to write about this day? No. Maybe your favorite day of school was a day when we went to community circle. Maybe one of your favorite days of school was a really awesome PE class with Miss Bruce and Mr. Cousin. Maybe your favorite day of school had to do with what was for lunch one day in the cafeteria. Maybe your favorite day of school had to do with the 100th day of school or a Valentine's party. Or maybe your favorite day of school was just a special thing that a teacher did that made you smile, or a friend, maybe a friend helped make it a really special, happy day for you. All right, friends, so now it's time for me to model. I want you to use your looking eyes and your listening ears to see all of the things that you can do when it's your turn to go and make your writing piece today. So today I have the first thing on your paper should be your name. So I wrote Mrs. Schoonerman. And I wrote today's date, which this is not today's date. This is yesterday's date, sillies. So today is actually Thursday, May 14th. So I need to change 13 to the number 14. There we go. And right now it says, oh, that's not 14. I need to make the number 4. So it goes 5/1. And then a 4/20, May 14th, 2020. All right, so now it's that time where I need to think about the picture. So the first thing we're gonna do when we make our writing piece is we think about the picture. What do we wanna draw? Well, I know that it was in the classroom and we had tables in the classroom. So I'll draw a table and I'm going to draw a big chunk of ice here. Ooh, I want to draw my ice. No. That ice is going to be blue. There. This is the ice. And there's little dinosaurs in there. Help me. I can't get out. There's a lot, the Diplodocus. This could be a T-Rex in there. And they're stuck in the ice. So that's the first part. Then at the middle part, I've got my table and we still have our ice, but now we got to do some experiments. So we had to try to melt the dinosaurs out of the ice. So we used hot water. I'll use red for the hot water. We used cold water, and we tried to sprinkle salt on top to get the dinosaurs free during the Explore Lab. At the end, make the table again. At the end, I can show that I'm gonna make the ice look very melty. There, now it's kind of turning into a pile of water because it was melting. And we got the dinosaurs out. There's my Diplodocus, he's free. And my T-Rex, he came out, he got freed. There, that was one of my favorite days of school. It was during Explore Lab. We had to free the dinosaurs. They were frozen in there. And so we had a lot of fun getting them out. Okay, so now it's time to think about the words. What do I want to say? And remember, when we're writing, we want to keep in mind our writing checklist. Our sentences should always start with a capital letter. We should leave finger spaces between our words. When we get to words that we don't know how to spell, we just use our letter sounds. So we listen to the sound at the beginning, in the middle, and the end. And we write down the letters that we hear, the sounds that we hear. And at the end of our sentences, at the end of our thought, we add punctuation to say, I am done with this sentence. So here's my story. One day, it was Explore Lab. So notice this is a sight word, so I spelled this correctly. I can spell my sight words in a snap. And I started this word with a capital letter, capital O. The rest are lowercase in this word. One, now I leave a finger space. Day. This word, if I didn't know how to spell it, I could do number 3. I could stretch out. D, A, Y, day. One day it was, these are all sight words. One day it was explore. Explore lab. So here's the word explore. It was explore lab. Lab is a good one to stretch out too. Ooh, there's L. A, B. B, lab. One day it was explore lab. There were dinosaurs frozen in ice. That's going to be my next sentence. So I ended that first thought with punctuation with a period, and now I'm going to leave a little space and start the next word. And I'll start the next sentence with a capital. There were, another sight word, dinosaurs. There were dinosaurs. Duh, duh. I hear a D. Dinosaurs. And they were frozen. You hear the F at the beginning? O, a Z. Ugh. Look at that, doesn't look like high quality writing. And that's okay. Sometimes we make a mistake and we can go back and fix it. So I erased, I gotta add my little line real quick. And I'm gonna try a better job to put my letters where they belong. There. O, Z, frozen in ice. There were dinosaurs frozen in ice. We had fun getting them out. That's the last part of my story, because that's what I remember about my favorite day of school, is there were dinosaurs there. It was Explore Lab. There were dinosaurs that were frozen in ice, and we had fun getting them out. So that's my third sentence. Start it with a capital. The new sentence. We had fun. Fun. We had fun getting them. I hear that TH digraph at the beginning of them. We had fun getting them out. And I'll stop that sentence with an exclamation point, because boy, was that fun to see what worked the best. All right, writers, now it's your turn. You are going to go ahead and get a pencil, get a piece of paper, get your crayons, and I want you to go ahead and hit your target today. I want you to draw and write about one of your best days in school. What was one of your best days? What happened during that day? Tell us the beginning of the day, what happened in the middle of your story, what happened in the end. Draw pictures of each of those, and then make it match your words. When you're all done hitting today's learning target, have an adult take a picture and send it in to your teacher. Until next time, have a great day, and I will see you back here again tomorrow. Goodbye.